Consider the experts you depend on. A meteorologist tells you the day's weather so that you can get snow boots, sunglasses, or a raincoat. But what if Hurricane Michael is rushing towards your home? Do you stay? Do you leave? To decide, you look to a number derived from the Saffir-Simpson Hurricane Wind Scale, or SSHS, a number that provides only a very narrow interpretation of the damage to come. As the news discusses hurricanes and their categories, one should have the ability to understand these numbers and interpret them, and also understand their key flaw. Hurricane Michael hit Florida as a Category 5. This number, as I've said, comes from the SSHS, which, according to the National Hurricane Center, is a scale of 1 to 5 intended to give a rough estimate of damage that will happen due to wind before the hurricane makes landfall. Under the National Hurricane Center, researchers such as Schott and colleagues wrote an article that explains in 2012 that a Hurricane Category 1, indicates that there will be flying objects that will likely injure an unsheltered individual and cause damage to drain pipes, shingles, and unshuttered windows. Category 5 on the other end of the scale is lethal regardless of shelter and will demolish a mobile home. Note the sole focus of the scale on wind, because it is a key point of contention. On a scale of 1 to 5, it is easy to deduce that a Category 5 will be disastrous. However, because the SSHS ignores rain, topography, and size, it can easily allow people to underestimate their needed preparations or need to evacuate in lower category hurricanes. In the instance of Hurricane Harvey, which stalled over Houston, Texas, the crisis came from the excessive flooding in low-lying areas when not enough aid was prepared. And according to a 2018 report on hurricane statistics done by CNN, Hurricane Andrew in 1992 was a Category 5 and incurred $27 billion of damages, whereas Hurricane Katrina, a Category 3, incurred $125 billion in damages, almost 5 times as much. And when Hurricane Florence sat over the Carolinas and West Virginia, it was the aftermath of torrential rains that caused more damage than the wind itself. With Hurricane Michael just behind us, officials and families must clean up and recover. Because it was a Category 5, more people responded and safely evacuated. But in instances such as Hurricane Florence or Hurricane Harvey, where there were lower categories, it's harder for people to know how to respond because the wind speed does not fully encompass the full damage to come. We must consider the storms our fellow citizens must weather, and should therefore care that experts have a comprehensive scale to guide them through each disaster.